Hey guys, it's been a while since we talked like this, and there's been some big news the last few weeks, and I thought we could discuss it a little bit. First things first though, some channel news before we get to the Disney news. The Lady and the Tramp review will be coming out next week, so this will serve as a video for this week. I kind of planned it like this, or not so much planned, but expected it. I'm actually going to be away this weekend, and any time that I'm not here for the weekend, that usually means that the time that I can devote to this channel kind of dwindles, so I wasn't going to have enough time to get that video out this week, so I figured to give you guys a heads up on that. I am very excited for that video, though. I've done all my research, notes, and yeah, it's a lot of juicy stuff to talk about, a lot of cool stuff with the background story of this film, so I am actually really excited for the review. You're just going to have to wait another week for it, so sorry about that, but hey, at least I'm giving you a heads up this time, and it wasn't my fault for being lazy. Also though, before we get into the news, yes, you will hear my reactions to Big Hero 6. No, I haven't seen it yet. I know it seems strange that Joe the Disney guy hasn't seen the new Disney animated classic yet, but in my defense, I did say in my last video, if you watched it, and if you haven't, you should, that for the past few years now, I have actively waited to see the new Disney movie until I can see it with my sister, and I haven't been home yet. So I'm actually supposed to be home next weekend, and I will likely see it then, and when I see it, I will give my full review to you guys, in this setting, of course, not in a Disney Guy review yet. That's still ways off. But yeah, so just hang tight on that. I've heard it's been good. Don't give me any spoilers yet. I've been pretty much staying away from stuff. The only things that I've seen is trailers, so I'm excited for it. I'm excited to go see it. So the big news that came out from this week was movie releases. So first, we'll talk about the one that just happened, and then we'll talk about the probably even bigger one that came out earlier this week. So the other day is actually pretty funny, or at least I thought it was pretty funny. The report had come out that Disney had applied for a copyright on the film titled Strange Magic, which started to lead some people, including CNN Entertainment, to speculate that that was going to be the name of the Frozen sequel. What I thought was funny about this was, it was actually a few things. For one, CNN Entertainment apparently got this theory, or got the idea that Strange Magic was going to be a Frozen sequel from a theory that was posted on a Disney fan site, which, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but like when you're CNN, like, your source shouldn't be some just kind of anonymous blogger on a fan site. Like, it's like going to Reddit and confirming some speculation about, I don't know, it seemed a little, seemed like a bit of a leap to me, especially for CNN to make. Like, it's one thing for other sites like Reddit to kind of cherry pick and take a theory like that and run with it, but I just thought it was funny that they immediately reported it like this was fact when it was just a fan theory. But the other thing that I thought was funny about it was the fact that, like, the reason why the assumption or the thought and the theory came out that Strange Magic could be a Frozen sequel was because in the movie Frozen there's a line that Elsa's using strange magic or something along those lines. And maybe it's just me, but like, if and when they do a Frozen sequel, and they probably will one day do a Frozen sequel, maybe a direct DVD release, I don't know, it's another argument, another discussion for another day. Regardless, if and when that happens, what reason do we have to believe that they wouldn't call it just Frozen 2? Like, this was the biggest movie in the world. It made all of the money. Everybody in the universe saw it. Here's the second one. Like, that, it sells itself. I mean, maybe Strange Magic would have been like the sub-header or something, but admittedly, I don't know if you need to apply for a copyright for something like that would be detached from Frozen 2. I don't know, it just seemed like it was a bit of a leap to me, and it seemed a little odd to me that we wouldn't have assumed that if a Frozen sequel did happen, that it wouldn't just be called Frozen 2. So then later that day it came out that Strange Magic was not actually a Frozen sequel, which led CNN to run another article with the hilarious "Oops" headline. But it's actually a new animated film from Lucasfilms, which is interesting. So, as we all kind of know by now, Disney had bought Lucasfilms, it must be 2 years ago now or something along those lines. Man, time flies. But, yeah, so this, to my knowledge at least, is the first animated film that Lucas is releasing since that acquisition. I know they released a number of them in the past, mainly Star Wars related, and honestly, I was never too into the Lucasfilm animated movies, probably because I was just never a huge Star Wars guy. Like, I'd seen the main movies and enjoyed them, but that was about it for me. So, yeah, I mean, the announcement didn't get me too excited. When I read into it, it actually sounds kind of interesting. It seems like a take on A Midsummer Night's Dream, the famous Shakespeare play, only it's using, like, goblins and elves and all that sort of Dungeons and Dragons, World of Warcraft kind of stuff. So, yeah, it'll be interesting. So there's something to track as it goes through. I can't say definitively if I'll see it or not. We'll find out as we get closer, I guess. But, yeah, so that's what Strange Magic is. Not Frozen 2. It is a Shakespearean play with goblins. A movie that I will definitely be seeing, though, is one that was announced earlier this week. And honestly, really surprised me that it got confirmed. So yeah, if you haven't heard by now, Toy Story 4 is confirmed and actually happening, and admittedly I have some kind of mixed feelings on it. On the one hand, who doesn't love Toy Story? I mean, the characters are great, the stories are great, they always do a good job with it. So that's good. But on the other hand, I was satisfied with how it ended, with how Toy Story 3 ended. It was a good conclusion for me, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I was always, I was fine with the little shorts here and there, that we can still get the characters, but in terms of just the main story, I really kind of thought that 3 was the end, and I was sort of okay with that. And it's one of those things where when you end on such a high, I don't want them to ruin it. I'm afraid that there's no good that can come from a Toy Story 4. I mean, hopefully I'm wrong. Apparently, the reason why it even got confirmed or why it's even in motion is because John Lasseter was just blown away by a story. That's usually a good sign. John Lasseter has a pretty good grasp on these sorts of things. So, I have high hopes for it. I hope it'll be good. I feel like it will be good. They usually do a good job with Toy Story. And, again, I'm a little nervous, but hopefully it'll be good. I really hope it'll be good. God, I just don't want them to ruin it. That's really what it comes down to, is that the feels that I had at the end of Toy Story 3 were so just real and emotional, and I don't know how they can top that, but I guess we'll see. Hopefully they'll make me sound silly a couple years from now when it gets released, and I hope they do. I hope they do. So, yeah, I mean, kind of a quick episode here, but there's only so much to discuss. Those are really the two big ones. Yeah, so let me know what you guys think about Strange Magic and about Toy Story 4. Are you as nervous as I am? Are you excited for both? Excited for one? Don't care? Let me know. Also, before I go, guys, again, I did mention it last video, but it's been 1 year that this channel has been going, and I just wanted to thank you guys again for just a fantastic year. We had our ups and our downs and fights with post offices and all those sorts of things, but in general, it's been a great year, and a lot of it is because of you guys. If you guys weren't here, I'd just be some lunatic talking to nobody about Disney, and that wouldn't be any fun for anybody. So, I just want to thank you guys again for just the countless kind and supportive comments. I'm just blown away every time I look at a video and just see all these comments, even on ones that don't get a ton of views. You guys comment so often, and they're these well thought out, cool comments. It's like we've grown a little community here, and it's been fun to see. It's been fun to be a part of, and thank you guys for being a part of the ride with me, and hopefully we have an even bigger and better year. like I said, we had like it was something crazy, like 57,000 views and over now 300 subscribers, which is, it may seem modest to some people, but to me is crazy that there's over 300 people out there that have subscribed to hear what I have to say every week, which is strange and awesome all at the same time. But yeah, just, keep on keeping on, and hopefully this channel can just get bigger and better, and our community can grow bigger and bigger, and the discussions about Disney can get cooler, and who knows, right? Sky's the limit. Alright guys, I've ranted enough for 1 week, I think. Thank you guys again. Your thoughts on the movies coming out, on really everything, on the channel for 1 year, all that, leave it below. Just no spoilers, please, from Big Hero 6. I've come this far. I'm so close to seeing it. Don't ruin it for me yet. Other than that, though, guys, fair game in the comments. Let me know, and I'll see you guys next week.